Just before I look across, you said, I am as constant as a northern star. And I said, constant in the darkness, where's that at? If you want me, I'll be in the bar. On the back of a cartoon poster, in the blue TV screen light, I drew a map of Canada. Oh, Canada. With your face sketched on twice. Oh, your red like holy wine. It tastes so bitter and so sweet. Oh, I drink a case of you, darling, and I would still be on my feet. So I would still be on my I live in a box of pain. I'm frightened by the devil, and I'm drawn to those ones that ain't afraid. I remember that time you told me, you said love is touching souls. Surely you touch my anchor, are you yours out of me in these lines from time to time? Close my door. She knew your dells and your deeds, and she said, go to him, stay with him if you can, but be prepared to bleed. Oh, but you are in my blood, you're my holy wine, you're so bitter, bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case of you. Still, I'd be on my feet. I would still be on my Hello, guys. Good evening. It's High Priestess Jamila. It has been a while since I came on here and just talked. So I thought of a great, well, I was inspired to do a great topic. Oh my goodness. So I'm sitting here chilling in my bedroom, drinking some wine. And I've been a little tired today, like, which is not normal. So I just been kind of enjoying like a little bit of a lazy day today.
And yeah, just riding the wave. You know what I'm saying? Because it's definitely a wave. You know, I'm gonna come on here and snort. Like every time I come on here, I'm just gonna snorkel, just continuously. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my little special mating call, evidently. Okay. Anyway, I have allergies, and they have been a little flared up today. Probably just started about 30 minutes ago. Sometimes it just they flare up at random times, and so I'd rather snorkel or snort than not be able to breathe out of my nose, because I don't do mouth breathing at all. I would never sit there and do mouth breathing. Mouth breathing is so bad for you. I always have to make sure that I can breathe through my nose. Okay, so that's why I do that. That's actually very smart for me to do that versus just breathing through my mouth so that people will judge me because of it, which, I'd say that there are a dozen disgusting things that a person can do, mainly to other people to harm them. Somebody snorting or having allergies does not make them disgusting. Anyway, somebody told me I was disgusting because I had allergies. And I guess I'm not deserving of love because I have allergies. Anyway, so listen, guys. I told you guys that love is never enough. And then twisted love is never enough either. But just because you love somebody doesn't mean that everything is going to fall into place. It doesn't mean that the relationship is going to work. In fact, those relationships that you love somebody, but they are just kind of devoid, like everything else is void except for the love. Oh, I love this person, but they don't do nothing that they're nothing. They don't do nothing right. They just always do the wrong thing. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And y'all be coming to me, Jamila, he cheated on me, but I love him. Y'all, I'm telling y'all got to understand that when it comes to these relationships with these people, you have to consider everything, because sometimes it can become a bit of a stain, especially when you have an ex. And I seem to have always previously attracted these type of men to where, first of all, they're socially inept. All of the men I've dealt with have been socially inept. First of all, why do you think you need to explain to these people again? Because we're both grown. Okay, I'll wait for you to explain to me why you feel the need to explain why you were attracted to one of the most prettiest people that you've ever seen in your life, baby. Y'all know how I do. Hey, chat. Hey, Celeste. Hello. Yes, hon. Thea Lightweaver. I can't find your new. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm going to upload a video and give y'all that link. Or, ooh, I'll do even better. I'll link it in the community tab. So, and I don't know why I haven't. That is so bizarre. I hadn't done that yet. I post everything else in that community tab, but I forgot to post that. So, okay. Anyway, I'll do that when I'm done with this, because my computer, I don't have the keyboard or the mouse right now. Even though y'all know that if y'all Windows 10 computers messed up, that it was because of an update. So you can actually you can load Windows onto a disk. You can burn it on. You'd have to have a disk burner for that, or you can save a copy of Windows Upgrade to a what's that thing that you plug in? Probably a lot of people probably just said screw it, I'll get a new computer. But last year Windows 10 had an update and Windows would not load. It's because they screwed up. So they'll actually fix it for you for free, but their customer service was terrible. We ended up doing it ourselves, and yeah, so thank the goddess, okay, that I finally figured that out. Or just buying Apple, really. Celeste, you must like Apple computers, huh? Okay, so a man's social circle and what he does socially. I don't care how much you love a person. If a man enjoys being online arguing with trash women every single day, how can you make it work? If your man hangs out with a bunch of people that told him, which is typically usually his family, that told him it would be an excellent idea for him to get drunk and threaten your child online, which is pretty disgusting. I'd say that's disgusting. It don't matter how much you love that man. If a man does anything to your child, guys, I'm getting ready to do a serious investigation. I am going to upload a Bombay spiritual investigative video for Gabriel Fernandez. And it's so bizarre because I have felt Saint Gabriel's, I felt Saint Gabriel's energy it just come in ever since I watched that documentary for some reason, and the little boy's name was Gabriel. With that little boy getting kicked to death, them people mistreated that little boy, and that's why I said I'm gonna start tightening up on my protection, because I saw my baby getting spiritually attacked by ding dongs. Okay, listen, that with that going on, and your social skills compel you to come and say the most disgusting thing about a child, never actually publicly apologize for it. And you don't think it's anything wrong with you socially. You just think that that's normal. It's just, oh, it wasn't that bad. See, this is when sociopaths start to try to, condone their own behavior. And I'm sorry, no, stop. I'm going to continue to speak the truth about this. And I'm just going to let you know, I'm going to tell y'all something. I have dealt with quite a few men who are low lives. They're just low lived. They just don't really have a good social influence. The social influence that they do have, could have possibly and it's not that these are people that you can't invite to your house and they'll come back and rob you. Not necessarily that, but it's just the negative influence of their social circle and how they have not expanded upon that. The like, first of all, if you're let me tell you something. My man would not be online arguing with trashy women and trashy people all day. That's called socializing. Your man is attracted to people and to a situation that is disgusting. I would divorce a man. I would throw a man out of my house. That's just my reality when it comes to that, because why would you still be dangling yourself in front of a bunch of people that literally just why would you hang with any of those people? If you're a grown man, you're supposed to be home with your woman, chilling, doing family stuff. There is so much to do. You can go out to eat. You can take a bath. You can organize the house. You can cook a big elaborate dinner. There are so many other things to do. And if I'm sorry, I just wouldn't do that. So for me, that is a deal breaker. The people that you hang with. And because you know what, people that are like that, I met one that hung with a bunch of crazy low lifes, and guess what? Guess what? He blamed me for the crazy low life the people that he was hanging around with. How is this my fault? You're hanging around people that I haven't even spoke to or been involved with in several years. When you have grown and ascended, you don't have time for that crap. You know how to sit there and meditate and do the things that you enjoy doing. That's a sign of depression. Why do you constantly have to go back and forth with a bunch of people that don't pay your bills? So I'm sorry, even what your man does in social media. Tell me, how does what some of these people do in social media and the things that they watch any different from your man maybe possibly having a porn addiction or something? Tell me what the difference is. There is no difference. The point is that he's bringing that negativity into your surroundings, into your airspace. And, people like that want to bring up Jamila's name. Look, if you want to hang around with trashy people and argue back and forth with a bunch of trash bags, and you didn't have nothing else better to do, and you didn't even stop to think, hey, maybe I should go to this event where I can hand out my business cards and meet some people that have something in life. I mean, you done set up here and prove that somebody else ain't had nothing for so long that it's clear and obvious that you don't have anything yourself. I'm sorry. So if you want to claim me, you better claim me with a better social circle. It's some stuff I just don't do. That's just like some of these people on here that claim that they've been ex pimps. Listen, I get it. I get it, or whatever. Okay, I've been out there a couple of times, but you know what? That was, you know, when you get to be in your 30s and 40s, of course, all of us have been through shit. You know why? Because some of us came from unstable homes. And then some of us just wanted to get out there and be curious. We ain't got to always bring up our parents. It's just life. Here we are now. We are 30 or 40 years old. And what are you doing socially? Is this what makes you tick? I would rather planting seeds of lavender make my man's Johnson stand up than him sitting online arguing with other women all day long. That's not going to validate me as a woman. In fact, I'm going to sit up here and look at you like you're crazy. So some of the stuff, guys, and some of the people that you've seen me with, yeah, it would never be a long-term relationship, and it was a bang bang thank you man type of situation. Okay, bam bam and thank you, wham bam and get out. Because, guys, I'm sorry, do you know how to go and have a conversation with somebody that has something in life? When I get my real estate license, I would like to know somebody that is in the that I don't want to hang around with certain people that aren't at a certain point in their life. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm going to be in social media, I'm going to be doing networking that is going to either help me gain in my emotional hemisphere, my spiritual hemisphere. I want to kick it with some people that's gonna be enriching for my life. What is the whole point in dealing with the decay like that? Like, to me, that is in fact bottom feeding. And I can't stand that. And you know what irritates me even more is when a man gets you involved with a bunch of low-lifed people and then try to stain you. No, this ain't I'm not sitting over here with no orange tan. I still look the same way that I always look. If I cammed up, you know exactly who I was. Okay. Because some of these online groups, whenever you get through, they can influence your life. Because I done seen people come on here day after day after day. I've actually done it myself, getting wrapped up in arguing with people that I mean, they don't even have to be low lives. They just don't mean nothing to you. Who are they? Who cares? You're being tricked. And don't bring Jamila's name up in it. Jamila don't have nothing to do with that. That's not my reality. Because my reality consists of speaking to people that have good sense, that are talking about something other than failure. And I don't like it. Stop. And why bring my name up in it? Oh, the only thing I got for you is some good advice. I can promise you that I've made accomplishments in my life that I am very trust me, I am thoroughly validated. I wouldn't need any more validation. I didn't need validation from another person anyway, especially somebody that didn't want to give it to me. And to be honest with you, we don't give each other validation. That doesn't even exist. So I'm sorry for me. What are you doing socially? This is boring. This is what is this supposed to be hurtful? What is this like this is stupid. And then we'll try to actually pretend that I was ever actually interested in you. No, let's tell the truth. When I realize the real problem, when a person realizes it's like, look at the people, look at the crowd that you hang around. Look at the energy that you bring in your body every single day. Why would somebody want to deal with you? Nobody would want to deal with that. And then to add insult to the injury, guys, I'm going to read y'all chats in a minute. To add insult to the injury, there will be people that will be saying, let's talk about demons and angels, shall we? What if you got a demonic, vampiric, or succubus woman that your man is online arguing with all day and night? Imagine that. Imagine how much energy that would drain from your household or from you. It would deplete you eventually. It would deplete you. A man or a woman, you gonna sit online and argue with a succubus all day, and then there will be people asking, why is this person hanging around? Because it's feeding off of you. You're okay with that? Because I didn't see you build much of nothing yet. You're not a millionaire. You don't have time for that. You haven't made 100 grand yet. See, I did that. I earned that. And I'm a woman. I've done that. But you as a man, I'm not seeing you do anything that I would be impressed by. So, and for me, that's one of the reasons why I don't hang with certain folk and why you don't see me around them, because they just don't think much of themselves. They don't have a lot of self worth or self value. And if you're a man and you're a low life yourself and you latch on to some low life to people that I quit hanging with, then what does that say about you? And why would you do that? What makes you think that somebody would be interested in you? I mean, I can understand. Maybe you trying to conjure up energy or make waves or whatever, but don't involve me with that because I'm in a whole other arena. See, that's why I always stay in my lane. If y'all notice, what has Jamila been doing? Staying in her lane. That's all I've been doing and working and manifesting and building by myself, no less. Because you know what? Not yet to date. And yes, we are working on the love life this month. That's one of the things that I'm going to work with Astara on because I'm so ready to get married. I'm so ready to have a husband. I'm so ready to have the protection of a man wrapping his arms around me. I am so ready for that, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I am love sick right now, and I have baby fever at the same time. So I don't care about who judges me. I'm a woman. I'm only 42 years old. I still look good. And people that are trying to feed off of you or that are jealous of you because my name been popping off everywhere. Honey, that's okay though because 9 times out of 10 I look better than you. Okay, and anybody that has to talk about me or say what I'm not, evidently that's what I am because I didn't ask you whether or not you thought I was beautiful or not. You know what I'm saying? So people, my name been ringing bells all day. People been, cutting shots at me and stuff and invoking my name. Yeah, because I'm worth something and I'm valuable. You know what I'm saying? See, I know Not even how to transmute it. It just is what it is. I don't have to sit up here. Even when I didn't have my own business and I worked for other companies and I wasn't making shit, I was still valuable back then. I just had to find my north. I can't deal with people that are socially messed up like that. I just had a man walk away, literally degrade me, pretended to be a child predator online just to impress trash. So, I know what y'all women are going through out there. He's an idiot. Honey, you had a beautiful woman. You had a beautiful and healthy woman that's going places in life and has beautiful things and a big house by herself. See, that's what you will probably always ruin in your life because, you don't know how to treat people. So, no, honey, you was the one. Sorry, y'all. You're the one that chose to act like a child abuser in the quake of Gabriel Fernandez. You did that. You did that. And then you're going to sit up here and have something negative to say about someone else. See, self discovery is so important. When you can discover the mistakes that you're making, that was the one thing that I realized, but I realized it years ago, but then it took me another 10 years to get over this dude. But he did make me realize a very valuable lesson. So sometimes people that you meet are like a lesson to you. Everything that should happen to you in your life should turn into a blessing. So we know how to transmute stuff, but a man that is socially messed up like that to where you hanging around with a bunch of people that have no wealth, no financial security, and no self-esteem. I don't understand it. No ambition in life, but to get online and talk about other people and argue and cause drama. And I get it, but all the time and then there's no ending, so it's ongoing. And you want to talk about stability, but that's not a stable person. That's a lie. Like you're perpetrating a fraud when you do that. Real talk. Hello, Latia. Hey, Teron. So I'm sorry, like if we're spending time with the children, if you like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. When I first started making videos on YouTube, I would come on, literally, I would be on YouTube long enough to maybe record a 15 or 20-minute video. When I got involved with the drama of the whole live streaming and stuff and people online, you find that you're discussing these things that shouldn't even take 2 or 3 hours of your time to discuss. I mean, if you truly have a family to spend time with, and God knows I have a business, so I'm constantly busy. Today was like one of my slowest days. Probably because Spirit want, but why would you? Spirit wanted me to get some rest. Why would you even have time to do that? Like to just be online arguing with somebody that you claim is that you don't care about. Now, I'm not one of those jealous or insecure people. I know that the reason why this person goes out of their way is because this person really just still wants me. But, my heart is still hurting from looking at Gabriel Fernandez's story. I would never put, I would, and I couldn't believe the fact that, literally you just glossed over it and you didn't really deal with it or even explain, but like I said, you know, me and my children are always safe. I keep my children safe. Okay, every last one of them. I pay all of my bills. I'm not with no man. When I get married, my husband is not going to be hanging around with a bunch of losers and low lifes online. I'm sorry. He's not. If he were to start to do something like that, I would know that he done got caught up in some drama. Now, drama is very easy to get caught up in. It is. Charlotte's Web is very easy to get caught up in. I get it. I totally get it. I totally get it. And it can be entertaining. I get it. I get it. Okay. I'm not stupid. But so when you're like me, to where you're literally going through, like, I am ascending at a hyper speed, literally, while at the same time getting younger and more prettier and more beautiful. Let me toot my own horn. Sometimes you got to do it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It is nothing wrong with tooting your own horn when other people won't do it, honey. That's okay, because the fact that I can say it, the fact that I can say it means that, you know what I'm saying? So when people do stuff like that, it's really called a jealousy. And then also, it's a trick and a game. First of all, I would never get involved with a man that started hanging around with a bunch of ignorant people that convinced him that I wasn't good enough or I was not pretty. You think I'm going to be with a man that allows somebody else to persuade his vision of me? And that's happened before. That's happened before. That's actually happened to me. Like, I'm not a conceited person. I know that if this is like your first time watching me, that you might think that, but I'm really honestly not. I am very humble. But I believe that I am a beautiful woman, and I believe that any man that gets me is very lucky. Not just because of my outer beauty, but my inner beauty. You're supposed to feel that way about yourself, right? Okay, so we've established that. But why would you deal with or even want a man that is even doing that publicly, or think he had, like, honey, you was doing good. You literally hit the jackpot. Yeah, yeah, you literally hit the jackpot. That's how everybody should feel about themselves, especially when you know you're a quality woman. Now, if you're a jackass that's doing things like that, that's throwing your good connections away for these trashy people. And I'm sorry, it's just the reality of it. These people label themselves as trash. What do you do? If somebody already feels that they are a slave, or that they are nothing, or that somebody else has power and control over them, how can you not be anything else other than trash to yourself? You're putting yourself at the bottom, at the lowest, when you do that. I am somebody that is literally getting ready to, in a few minutes, guys. I just had to get this off my chest and I feel much better. I am literally somebody that is getting ready to upload a video called Self Mastery Lessons I Teach. And so that's the thing. When people see you doing good things, or things that require your intelligence, or either your supernatural intelligence and powers, they want to say that you're ugly. But when you're not doing nothing, oh, you pretty. Oh, okay. So just, I'm going to be honest with you. Like I told y'all the last time, when people start to insult you, that's actually a compliment when you look at the situation. But for me, I feel very strongly about this, for you guys to watch his friends. Are they hitting on you? Is there a bunch of drama going on within his circle? How do these people get along? Look at his family too. And a lot of times he'll tell you all about his family that he still deals with. Well, what makes you think that I would want to be with you? See, a lot of people get caught up in their emotions, but not what's good for them. Why would you want to be with somebody that is wrapped up in all of them family problems? If you were smart, you would walk away from those family problems. Oh, why do you say that, Jamila? Well, because that's what smart people do. They don't continue to stay wrapped up in things that are doing nothing for them and nothing for their lives. Because in reality, if you truly felt happy and you truly felt fulfilled in life, would you need to argue with this person that you claim is a trash bag online? You be doing other things. I mean, I've got like at least a ton of I've got at least 100 things to do. I've got to order. I guys, I don't know what to do. I think I'm just gonna get a new washer and dryer set is what I'm gonna do. Because my dryer thing does not match, and I think I found the correct adapter. And I've got unpacking to do. Like I always have something to do. If I don't have anything to do, I meditate. If I'm bored, I meditate. If I'm restless, I meditate. If I'm worried, I meditate. I want to hang around with people. Like guys, I've noticed I've never had normal friends. And that was for other reasons, you know what I'm saying? But if you notice that when you've never really had normal friends that just function, friends that are functioning at a good mental capacity. If you have friends that are functioning at a good mental capacity, then you never have any real worries because on a normal basis, I'm not sitting here freaking out every day. In fact, I'm an empath and I have so much control over myself that even though it's a bunch of shit going on in the world, that I can feel from a distance because I'm in a much more peaceful location now. But, the stuff can come in. I sit there and drink tea or either drink a cup of wine and kick back and relax and play Matchington Mansion. You got to stay calm and relax. You got to keep calm during this. Otherwise, you'll end up with health problems. You end up with heart disease. You'll end up with mental illnesses and sicknesses. And whether or not you're a witch or not, you're still experiencing the spirit. Everybody is experiencing spirit, even if you choose to ignore it. So I'm trying to figure out, why is it that and you know what, this has consistently hurt me. And so I like to teach to y'all young folks about this is that, look at a man's family. If it's a bunch of damn drama and these people are, they just still don't have it together, what's the problem? Or if he hangs around with a bunch of scavengers. I mean, I didn't come to planet Earth to live like a roach. Did any of you? This makes no sense to me. You should be above that. Your conversation skills should be above that. What would we have to talk about? If a man has a bad social circle that sits around and talks about 40 ounces and blunts all day and night, what will he have to talk to you about? What is the conversation going to consist of? The sex is going to automatically get boring, absolutely, if you don't know how to stimulate a person. So, a person like that, you're going to consistently become bored in the sexual arena because the social part, the social aspect, he don't even know how to talk to you, let alone maintain a sexual relationship. And you know what? There's no wonder why there's so many of our sister witches out here doing sex magic by themselves, girl. Keep it on. Keep it going. Keep it going. Many of us women got our mechanical boyfriends, and you know what? It works because guess what? It stirs up that energy, and then you can manifest what you need to get. But in reality, a lot of these men are very ignorant. They've been asking the same question. Oh, why is this half dead person hanging around us? I think they're still trying to figure out if she likes them or if they're special or not. No, she is a succubus demon. Did you not, was that not clear for you? You still confused? So let's talk about that aspect of it. I mean, that's when I start doing cord cuttings. And see, I don't like it when, see, okay, even if I broke up with you 4 months ago, it's been like 4 months, okay? 4 or 5 months, right? 4 months. Even if I break up with you 6 months ago, I'm gonna continue to do cord cuttings on you because you're thinking about me And then you're thinking about this succubus, and the succubus is there to suck off of me, and I don't want to be sucked on. So that's when you get your vervain and your mugwort, because some of these men just really don't know how to spiritually protect a woman. And guys, we are going to call in our men. Oh my goddess. Yeah. And they would never be online trying to impress somebody like that. That's not just socially inept. That's a person that's not very intelligent to even do that. Or maybe they may have a sick problem to where they actually really. I dated a dude that thought that it was cool for him to come online and say he wanted to kick my son. I ain't seen him ever since I heard it. No apology, no nothing. Anybody that's sane and rational that watched you do that knows that you were the one that shouldn't have done it. So anybody that agrees with you on that is obviously just as mentally ill as you are. With no apology. With no apology either. But the reality of it, in my reality, is that, and I've never been in that situation. Thank the goddess that he didn't flip out while he was around me. Thank the goddess. Because I would have had, I could have whooped, I could have. Guys, a lot of, listen, let me tell you something. A woman does not have to be hardcore or ghetto. But when it's time for you to have to fight, then you will. But my spirits would never allow somebody to spaz out on me like that. Never. So, I pretty much feel very safe and confident that, this was just kind of like, oh, say this, and the dude said it, and he still ain't explained publicly why he felt the need to say that about a 6-year old child, drunk or not. What would be your purpose of saying that? Well, you know what? At this point, it wouldn't even matter, because guess what? I wouldn't put my child's life in danger for 1 second after hearing you say that. You can get mad all you want, but you shouldn't have been doing what you were doing. And that's that narcissism stuff. And guys, I don't get down with that. I just know, thank God, me and my family are safe. My children are healthy. We're all, and it's, guys, y'all just would not believe. You know what I'm saying? And I'm loving life, you know what I'm saying? And I'm about to get me like a little fire pit and stuff. I don't know, guys. I don't think I want a fire pit. I think I'd rather have a fountain. So, I have a pretty big house to fill up and decorate. And then also I'm ready to have another child, and literally when I get done doing that reading that I'm gonna do, I'm going to sit here and listen to the system, Don't Disturb This Groove, and continue to manifest all of my reality around me. Isn't that beautiful? Life is like painting a picture, and your life is going to depend on the picture that you paint. Okay, I'm doing what I love to do, which is spiritual investigating. And I got to get, guys, I'm about to get me a camera too. But until then, I'm going to use my webcam on my laptop. So I've got a lot of projects that are coming up, and things that, and kids. I've got kids that have a lot going on. That's my priority. What's yours? I can't stand a man that his children aren't his priority. Now, I know that for me, I had to deal with a lot because I was dealing with family stuff, and I would come on here and we would talk and talk and talk. We're at the different phase now. We leveled up since then. That was probably very necessary, but it was a short term thing because I was being accused of some things by my own freaking blood that had it out for me. So that was horrible. So I had to do that. But now we're at the point we want to focus on the magic. That's all that we have to focus on. But the bottom line, ladies, is that even if you are a practitioner, I don't care how you feel about him, the way he's talking in his social circle,
Pick up, you bastards!
the people that, which one would you like? Would you rather sit around all day arguing with a bunch of strangers online caught up in a stupid, messy drama that adults shouldn't even be involving themselves? Or would you rather be sipping some freaking some wine or some champagne, eating some freaking caviar, and you know what I'm saying? And caviar is not, but I love caviar. I love fish eggs too, guys. I love that. It's the closest to seafood I can get. Sashimi is the closest, like salmon, like raw salmon, the sashimi. That's the closest that I can really get to the seafood flavor because I'm allergic to shellfish. Would you rather be doing that or sitting around having an uncomfortable conversation with an uncomfortable person? I want to have conversations with people that sold houses. Let's talk about how much money we made. Let's talk about how much energy we bought in. The more that you show is the more energy, positive energy that you've bought. So if you're a millionaire, you bought in a lot of energy. So that's not being that in itself is not being materialistic.
Why are they turning? Is it all over? It is, yes, sir, all over.
And if you are somebody that is stuck in your past, y'all, I'm so ready to start tracking my periods and start, taking ovulation tests. In fact, I'm gonna create a third channel. I'm gonna create a family channel that's gonna be based upon, beauty over the age of 40, fertility after 40, and women and family stuff. Because I do enjoy vlogging, and I was actually directed away from doing the regular vlogging because I was attacked, but I don't care about those people anymore, so I'm good. It's just a shame that many of us, we could live the life that we want. We could be living the life that we want right now, but that low life demon of poverty keeps grabbing a hold of people. Who cares about what the demon of poverty has to say, or the demoness of sickness and illness? No one cares. You let those diseases die off where they belong. Poverty is a disease. Patriarchy was a disease. Sorry guys, my TV is kind of loud, you guys. I'm so sorry about that. I'm sorry. Don't entangle me in some with some silly man. I would never hang or I would never, and people have been accusing me of harboring this man in my house recently. Has recently been accusing me, and it's like the reason why is because that's the only torch they have to bear, is trying to accuse me of dealing with this awful person that hangs around with a bunch of disgusting parasites. Please explain it to me. No, honey, my man is he. No, no, he would never be online arguing with some other woman in my face. Never. So y'all need to. I think those people just need to find another card to play. What a man does socially, what he does, how he treats children, how he treats me, the money that he makes, the sex, all of that matters. You have to be the total package. I'm not gonna throw my life away over a man that don't even have enough sense to not come online and hang around with a bunch of people that don't like him. That makes no sense to me. That means that you can't find your north. I want a man that has found his north. And just because you have money doesn't mean you found your north. That means finding your inner compass and your balance in life. So yeah, I kind of got a little in my feelings because folks was accusing me. No, honey, don't even let that come out your mouth. That ain't gonna ever happen. Okay, the way a man communicates, look, now I'll see you next lifetime. Okay, that's how I feel. I'm not one of them type of people. You do something like that and you got to go. That's just like I had an ex that stole my grandfather's ring. I would never, ever, ever be around him anymore. He stole a family heirloom out of my mother's bedroom. I'll never deal with this person again. And when you learn to let lower frequency people like that go, you'll do better in life. You will. You'll do better in life and you'll meet better people. And yeah, everybody has problems and issues. Everybody may have memories that they're dealing with from their childhood. But it's not about that. It's about how you're dealing with them, how well you're dealing with them. The only thing that matters to Jamila at this point is making sure that my son gets adjusted and that the rest of my children get adjusted. Okay. And so that I can get that balance in my life back and bring in a good man. Oh yeah, y'all, we ready for a man. We ready. So we'll probably be doing a group ritual for that, but I'm going to be doing my own personal work on that, which does involve heart chakra work, coincidentally. It does. Okay, y'all, guess what? I've got to go. You know what? This whole time I've been sitting here, it was not plugged into the wall. So it wasn't charging. And so my phone, my battery is literally like on 3%. But I'm going to tell you something. A lot of these people that run around here and they think that they're a good catch, you're not necessarily, including myself. You know why? Because I had somebody from my past that was following me around lying about everything. You know what I'm saying? So that would mean that there's something wrong within my social circle, obviously, right? So, yeah, I'm a good catch, but without having that under some kind of control can possibly make things. But if I go, if I'm constantly seeking this person, which I'm not at all, then but if you're genuinely just like, hey, I don't kick it with you no more, me and you ain't cool no more, that don't mean we gotta be enemies, but you just can't sit at my table no more, basically. Okay, so yes. Hey, Empress Amber, hello. So yeah, that's just crazy. And like, you gotta keep your, what you do socially, and then also, you know, what culture did you grow up in? Like who have you been around to where, because I'm more of a social butterfly. Like I can always fit into any circle. I really can. Doesn't mean that I want to, but I can. And it's kind of like I just don't believe in kicking it with people or constantly being focused on people that are not necessarily a part of your spiritual bottom line or even your ascension or your evolution. What's the purpose? So anyway, guys, I gotta wrap this up. I am setting up appointments for tomorrow. I am running a special. And I've got a couple of hauls for you guys coming up. I was going to do it today, but I'm actually waiting for a few more items to get here. And I'm waiting on my rituals too, because I got like a few rituals that I need to do, but my charcoals ain't going to be here till tomorrow. So My spirits is like rest, rest, child. So I'll be here 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. tomorrow Eastern Standard Time. And you know, I just the hardest thing to do is cutting people off like that. You know, people that don't want to let that stuff go, it's like, you know, and for me, I don't discriminate against people. I really don't, or at least I used to not discriminate. I don't want to say that I discriminate against people now, but what I'm saying is that, you know, if you're doing a certain thing, obviously I wouldn't want to be involved with you. Like, for example, if you're somebody that's out in social media stalking somebody, I'm not going to necessarily want to be your friend. I'm not. I'm not going to get together with you so that you can stalk somebody and terrorize them and try to troll their life. You see what I'm saying? So for me, I'm very picky and choosy about who I deal with, and there is a reason for that. And when you get up in your 30s and 40s, you can make that decision. Now, those of you that have friends or people that y'all knew back in the day or frenemies, and they pop back up years later, don't do it. If they did you dirty, don't do it. You think about your feelings and maybe how that person make you feel or something, but in reality you can't, because I'm gonna tell you something. There's a difference between making a mistake or getting into it with somebody or just having a bad day. There's a difference between that and just being a consistent bad person in that person's life that is constantly trying to isolate, degrade, or debase that person in some kind of way, talking about them behind their back, being deceitful. Okay, so I've dealt with females like that before. I've dealt with one female like that before, and you know what? I wasn't having it, and I'm still not having it. I don't have no involvement with those people, and everybody has the right to leave you alone. The hell? You going around telling stories, literally making up things as you go along about that person, trying to purposely embarrass them, you know, to make them look a certain way. And, you know, you expect somebody to forgive you years later and say, okay, no. No, I want to deal with female friends that are healthy in their minds to where they won't do something like that. So that's why I'm building my circle and I'm getting my apprentices together. I got 3 or 4 of them out there. Shout out to my apprentices. Shout out to my students. So I'm building my circle. If you have found yourself outside my circle, perhaps you should have behaved. Per, perhaps, listen, listen. Perhaps you should have behaved with some sense. Perhaps you should have behaved with somebody with some dignity and some self respect. And I gotta go, guys, because I have a reading to do. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you later. Love and light, peace and blessings. You know, listen, I'm a very loving and compassionate and accepting person. But if there's certain things that you just don't do, and as an adult, you know, what are you doing socially? Like for me, I would love to do a decorating club. To have people that are obsessed with decorative items and decorating for different seasons. I would love to do that. That's the type of people that I want to deal with. People that are, you know, just they're, you know, they want their lives to be enriched. So anyway, guys, I'll see you guys later. Cash at me or either go to Etsy. I'll see y'all later. Love and light.